Hello and welcome to another episode of MormonCast. My name is Matt Worley and I'm your host. And today we're here with the creative group behind They Might Be Elders. The new CD just came out in August. Let them introduce themselves, you guys.
Hi there, my name is Steve Nunez and I'm the lead singer. I'm also a guy who likes long walks on the beach, and I'm currently single, looking for you.
Nice.
Okay, my turn. Okay, I'm Hannah, and I'm from Ukiah, Northern California. I've danced for many years. I've danced for about 17 to 18 years between there. And I met Steve recently, and we started to be his dancers, and so that's kind of how we formed.
I'm Austin Soderquist. I'm studying at UVU Behavioral Science, but I've always loved performing. I've been dancing clogging since I was 9 years old, but I've been stage performances, movies, since I was 9, so performing's amazing.
Cool, right on. The performance is a natural part of life.
It's true.
I mean, that's what drew, I'm sure, you guys to this project. That's what draws me to doing my show. It's performance. But anyway, back to the CD. Tell me about it. Like, what inspired you to make this CD?
Wow, numerous things. Originally, I started writing these songs about 10 years ago, a little bit over that. We had some missionaries who came to my door, and they were talking with my parents. They were always interested in missionaries, having them over for dinner and stuff of the LDS Church, and they were saying how they wanted to listen to music. But the mission doesn't allow you to listen to like the regular music of today. And since they couldn't listen to that, they were kind of like, well, you know, it's something we're missing, something that we lack. And I was like, well, what happens if the lyrics were changed? And they were like, well, the lyrics, that's the problem. If the lyrics were different, well, it'd be perfect. Well, right there, idea. If I could just read between the lines. And then all of a sudden it hit me, you know, about a day later, that, you know, hey, let's change the lyrics to some songs. And I started off with, which is track 2 on there, just If You Wannabe An Elder, which is a Spice Girls parody. And yeah, the missionaries, they heard it, they loved it, they thought it was hysterical. And then I figured, hey, I've got attention, okay. It's very hard to get LDS music in New York, because I'm from New York, and that's like the main thing right there, is that it's really hard to get anything LDS, especially back then, like 10 years ago. There was nothing. And if there was, we didn't know about it. Especially like being in New York. Like, you hear about Utah, but that's kind of like, you know, another country away. Like, it's really far. And so because of that, like, there was nothing else. So I was like, well, if I could make some Mormon music, you know, the youth of my area would actually have something to listen to. And started writing them out, and they loved it. They thought it was a lot of fun, so
cool.
Yeah, it worked out.
Well, tell me about your path to getting the CD made.
Oh, good gravy. To get the CD made, that was a task. Because I was trying to get it done, I was going to a studio and trying to get them all cleaned up, and I went to different companies. I went to, like, at the time it was Inspired Records and things like that. And they didn't want it. Nobody wanted it. They said, no, this will never sell, this isn't something funny, this is kind of blasphemous and a little scary. It's not something we do. And so everyone was really freaked out about doing it. So that was about 2 years ago. I tried pitching the idea. Yeah, that didn't work. So I went to Noisebox Studios, which is located here in Orem. And a really great guy there, Dave Zimmerman. He loved it. He thought it was hysterical. He's like, let's keep going. Let's keep recording and stuff, and let's get this album done and then present it and see how it is. You know, and he gave me a couple of tips on how to like present it a little bit better, because he thought maybe the presentation was weak. So I contacted Hailstorm and I said, hi, you guys do all the crazy stuff, the stuff that nobody else will do. I said, you're perfect. Here's my CD. Listen to it. They listened to it, they liked it, they said, you know, I said, well, what can we do to get it done? And he said, well, if you acquire all the copyrights, which I did, I acquired all those at Harry Fox Agency in New York, Manhattan. And then he said, get Deseret Book to say yes, that they'll, you know, back it up. And he said, we'll start distributing and doing it through Hailstorm. So I went to Deseret Book, and sure enough, they said, yeah, sure, let's do it. You know, why not? And Hailstorm was like, all right, you're on, and we signed contracts, and now we're all together, and that's the CD became made. Amazing.
Right on. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. In case you need to know the artwork, like my actual brother Benjamin, he actually did the cover art for this. So
it's he made it look like the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, he made it look like a Book of Mormon.
I dig it. I dig it. It's like very cool. So now you've got a CD out, and you have some videos up on YouTube.
Yes, that's correct.
And the videos don't just star you; they star
my dancers.
Tell us about your dancers.
My dancers are incredible. They are awesome in every way. Each one of them brings a whole new element of life to the whole, like, They Might Be Elders group, and it's fantastic. So whenever I do a video on YouTube, gotta showcase the dancers. It's like, my voice, you hear me all the time. I don't need to hear me again. You know, I want the dancers to shine. And so, thanks to the efforts of Hannah and Austin here, we actually have, like, good choreography and a lot of fun just dancing to it. And they can definitely tell you more about the videos, like just how they get the dances and stuff.
Cool. So who choreographs it?
Depends on the song. But for the most part, Hannah here is our lead choreographer. She choreographs just about everything. And everything female, she does, period. In some of the songs, we have Austin Soderquist. He does the like the male dances. If we have like just a male song, like If You Want to Be an Elder, we did it for two elders, guys. And so Austin, he choreographed all that together. And he danced that with, on the video, it's Garrett Miller. So
you guys tell us more about your backgrounds with dance and what brought you to this.
Yeah, let's hear it, Hannah.
Okay. Well, I've been dancing since I was 3 years old, and I've done lots of different styles of dance growing up. I've done everything from the start of ballet to hip-hop to modern to jazz, even a little tap. And then once I also joined a group called SPACE, which is School of Performing Arts and Cultural Education that involves dancing, acting, and singing. I did some plays, I did a lot of dancing in the plays, I did some choreography, and then I worked my way up to, when I got in high school, I was on the varsity dance team for 4 years of that. And so I started doing a lot more competition stuff with the dance squad. I ended up continuing to dance through college for a little bit, and then I ended up injuring my right side of my leg pretty much, and my knee kind of became pretty much just, I wasn't able to do much on it anymore. And
Cool, elaborate on that, man.
I've also had some...
Tell the story. It's a good story. I want to hear, you guys want to hear this, believe me. This is a good story.
Okay. I don't know if my pain is a good story, but...
Pain is good. People love that.
I ended up getting in a car accident with a semi-truck a while back when I first started college, and I ended up tearing up my whole right leg from my hip to my ankle down. And it's gone to the point where I haven't been able to dance as I used to be able to. And so I ended up dropping out of school because I ended up going through kind of just a really sad part of my life. But I moved away from Santa Cruz, where I was living at first, and I went to Chico, California. And I made a lot of good LDS friends there, and I got to know the church. I got some good callings, and dance pretty much ended at that point for me, and I just didn't want to continue on. And so I came out to Utah, and dance was still, I still wasn't doing it. I still didn't want to. I would periodically join a team or periodically start dance again, and then I would just drop it. And so I ended up just not dancing at all. And then kind of randomly, I got my calling in the ward as the ward missionary co-chair, and I met the missionaries here, and I worked with them a lot, doing a lot of fellowshipping and stuff. Well, I talked to them kind of about my life and some life stories about dance and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, you need to meet this guy." And I was like, okay, kind of weird. It was Allred and Elder McAllister. I was kind of having a rough day one day, and they were like, "We know what will lighten your day. Let's go see Stevie." And I was like, "Who's Stevie?" And they were like, "Just meet us at Parkway Crossing. Actually, if you're going over there anyways, give us a ride." And so I ended up giving them a ride over here, and
Isn't that against the rules?
well, see, they had another boy with us.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There was actually 3 elders at the time.
Yeah, there was 3 elders.
So since there were 3 of them, I could give them a